Okay, so uh, the easiest way to turn the sketches that you've been doing in your sketchbook to something clean, a digital sketch if you want to continue to work digitally, or your actual final product, is take a good picture with your cell phone. So straight on, so you can clearly see things and it's not distorting the picture. Once you have that, all you got to do, ooh, it's a HEIC file. Let's see if I can. Ooh, doesn't like it. So the new iPhones, they save in this high efficiency compression uh, HEIC there. Photoshop can open it, but Illustrator apparently can't. So what you want to do is just open it in Photoshop and then save it as, oh my gosh, a JPEG, which uh, Illustrator will recognize. And we'll just do that to downloads, save, okay. Um, and now we have something. We can we just create a new document in Illustrator and drag it and drop there. Whoosh, she's big. Let's zoom out and make it fit a little bit better. I'm going to resize this and I'm going to hold shift so it doesn't distort. Okay. Now we got something we can work with. I like using the pen tool for tracing over this. If you did a very clean black and white pen drawing, maybe you might be able to get away with image tracing it. But this picture is not good enough and this image is not clean enough for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new layer. So new layer, create a new layer right here. That way I can kind of keep the things separated and I can keep the image that I actually want separate from the layer beneath it, which is this photo, which I'm ultimately going to delete. So our pen tool right here, let's zoom in a little bit more. So with these scissors that I've drawn, I've got some straight lines and some curved lines. So if I click and then click again, that's a perfectly straight line. However, if I click, hold it, and drag, I'll get a curved line. And the easiest way to do this is kind of just keep your cursor and the pen tool on the line at all times. Okay, there's one shape. I'll do it again. Click, click, click and drag. And see how my pen tool stays on the line? It's going to really help me guide the curve shape that I want. And if it doesn't come out perfect, don't obsess over it because you can use the direct selection tool to alter it later. See, I don't like that. So I'm going to use the white direct selection tool. And I'm going to bring that out just a little bit. And reduce the curve a little bit. Grabbing the anchor points. So you got the point you can move, the anchor point, but then also the handle that you can use to shift things. You have to be kind of careful where you're clicking. It's very touchy. All right, that was the outside parts, but I need the inside part too. So I'm going to create another shape on top of it, and then we'll use the old Pathfinder tool to cut it out. So what I'll do is I'll select that object. I'll actually deselect everything. Select this object, hold shift, select this object. So now this object and this object are selected. We'll go window, turn on our Pathfinder. And again, all of these, like this one would work. I like just always using divide. And you click divide. So now everything's separate and I can do something like select, deselect everything, select just this one, delete. Now I have a little hole. And here, yeah, we can do our adjustments. We can change the fill color. I like maybe doing something like this. and then change the fill color of this one to maybe something like this. Let's go ahead and delete that, get it out of the way. We have a black line around this. That's the stroke. I don't really want a stroke. Turn on our stroke window. I don't really want a stroke on either one of them. That's the basic process. You know, I'd cut a hole out here. I can make changes. I can move things around very easily. Really, with that and possibly your shape and your line segment tools, you can make any logo you'd like. The one thing you might be tempted to do, if you want a line and you use the line segment tool, it's not going to want to interact with other shapes that you've drawn with the pen tool. So if you make a line, it should only really be if you want that line to be on its own. In many cases, you're probably better off just making a really thin box. Okay. Yeah, apart from that, you really should have all the tools that you need.